The source medium report, found under the acquisition section within the all traffic dropdown, is very similar to the channels report, and its goal is to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly about how traffic gets to your site. Except instead of grouping it in large channels, it's more focused on identifying actual specific sources and mediums that users come across. So it's a bit more granular, and this ability to pinpoint sources of high quality traffic and separate them out from the poor performers is really going to be critical to our success. Now, first thing we need to talk about, how do you differentiate a source from a medium? Well, medium, the second one here after the slash, those describe how the traffic got to the site. They're a broad bucket, kind of similar to channels. We don't try to identify the exact email that sent the user to the site or the tweet, or even that it was Twitter. It's just social or email. The Twitter part is going to be taken care of in the sources, because the sources are the who. For that medium of social, who was it? Was it Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest? That's going to be what's captured here. Now, the combination of the two, when we click here in the source and medium, that's going to be the default primary dimension when you come to this report, but we can easily change this up here to focus on sources or mediums. So first, let's go ahead and hide this left nav again so we have a bit more room. And as we scan across the columns here, we can see how each of those sources and medium combos in a given row are performing, of course, beyond just the users. We want to see into engagement and transactions as well. All right, first let's look at that dimension that we said was similar to the channels report we were just viewing by clicking on the medium link here. And that's going to change our primary dimension to be just those broad buckets. Now, if we go and sort by sessions here, what we're going to see is that organic traffic definitely dominates our traffic. The top three, organic, referrals, and none, which actually really just means direct traffic to the site, they make up almost all the traffic. You look at these and add these. Here, it's almost all the traffic. The rest is a very small percentage. And of course, if we look over here on the revenue side, it's the same story. All the money is coming from these top three. So again, this is why I say it's the first one I go to when I see a client. So I can look at this report and almost instantly tell what's going on in terms of how you generate traffic and money to the site. Okay, I'm going to switch back actually to the source medium here and get a bit more granularity. I want to see which of these sites are actually referring this traffic here. Now I could just click into the referrals and go that way, but I can scan through here and get an idea. One thing that catches my eye here, if I come down to the bottom, there's not very many sessions coming here, but there is a pretty good conversion rate on this, and it's sending a decent amount of revenue here, even though there's not a ton of traffic coming through there. Bounce rate's also extremely low at around 14%. Speaking of bounce rate, I see a couple more up here, 12% and 13%. And again, if we look over here, those are contributing quite a bit of revenue as well, even though the number of sessions is significantly lower. Here, the top one, we have by far the highest number of sessions, but it's not the highest contributor to revenue. Let's see if we can find any other jewels by doing a weighted sort on this e-commerce conversion rate. So again, this is dominated by referrals here. We have folks who come directly to the site. And of course, if someone comes directly to your site, they already know what they want. The chances that they're going to convert are pretty high. But there's also some down here that are actually contributing even more revenue. So we definitely want to look into some of these referrals and understand what's going on with the sites that are sending us this much traffic that's contributing this much revenue. So let's take a minute to talk about data quality. We're starting to get into reports where we aren't just tracking sessions and things are very black and white and easily tracked tracking code. We're adding extra data and context to describe these visits. So we provide that context, such as whether or not they're in email or organic searches. But to trust this data, we have to be confident that it is being classified here correctly. Some of these Google can pick up automatically. But we'll talk about a video a bit later on about campaign tagging that's going to give us some more information where we're going to put this in here. And that's how we can ensure Google Analytics is able to populate these reports correctly. And it's aware of your marketing activities, including how to identify all these sources of medium. Now, in general, sources of medium report here is going to provide some of the most fundamental information a Web Analytics package can offer. In this simple, easy to adjust report, we know which sources, mediums, campaigns are performing on your site, and maybe just as importantly, which ones aren't.